Hi, sixth grade. Happy Wednesday. Time for our Chumash lesson. Again, we're sort of jumping around a little bit in this parak, so don't worry. You only had two psukim that you needed to translate today on Google Classroom. One was pasuk tet, and one was pasuk tet zayin. They're talking about the same mitzvah, and we're just focusing on these two psukim today, especially because we have some Rashis. Now, since today is less focused on me, I'm actually going to close my video here because I will be showing you a video on the screen and I want you to be able to focus more on that. So you'll still hear my voice, but bye. Now, here we go. Shmot Parak Yud Gimel. Let's take a look. Pasuk Tet. V'haya lecha la'ot al yadcha. And it will be for you a sign on your hand. Ulezikaron bein einecha, and as a remembrance or a memory between your eyes, lema'an, so that tihiyeh Torah Hashem beficha, so that the Torah of God will be beficha, in your mouth or on your lips. Why? Ki biyad chazaka, because with a strong hand, hotziacha Hashem miMitzrayim, God took you out of Egypt. So clearly, this is a command, right? That is something that we should be doing. And it's something that's going to be a sign on our hand and between our eyes to remind us of what? Of Yetziat Mitzrayim. Ki biyad chazaka hotziacha Hashem miMitzrayim. And that you should have something beficha. You should keep talking about it. So what is this? By now, I think a lot of you have figured it out. Open up your Chumash packets to page 19. We're skipping the Rashi on page 18 because it's very simple and it doesn't really add much currently based on the way I explained it. But let's take a look at page 19. We have the first Rashi on pasuk tet, al yadcha uluzikaron bein einecha. Okay, on these words, al yadcha uluzikaron bein einecha. So you open up to page 19. What does Rashi tell us? How is this mitzvah to be done? Because Hashem doesn't give us all these details here. He just tells us you need to have some kind of remembrance on your arms and between your eyes. So how do we do that? Are we supposed to get tattoos? No, obviously not. Hashem says the tattoos are usher. So what are we supposed to do? Shetichtov haparshiot halalu. You will write down these sections of the Torah about this mitzvah that describe this mitzvah. Utikshrem barosh uvazroa. And you will bind them or tie them like kesher, to your head and your arm. What does it say, these sections of the Torah? It means the parts of the Torah that describe this mitzvah. So, for example, these psukim here in Shmot, Parak Yud Gimel, we're learning, are written down and bound to the head and the arm. There are also psukim from Sefer Devarim that also discuss this mitzvah. Those are also written down and bound to the head and the arm. Now let's take a look at pasuk tet zayin. Again, a very similar idea. V'haya la'ot al yadcha. And it will be a sign on your hand. Uletotafot bein einecha. And as totafot, I'm not translating that word very specifically because guess who's going to help us figure it out? Rashi. And they will also be totafot between your eyes. This is a very unusual word that we don't see anywhere other than this mitzvah. So if you weren't able to translate it in your translations earlier today, that's fine. You did. It was not supposed to be easily translatable. Why? Why are we doing this mitzvah of having something on your arms and between your eyes? Ki b'chozek yad, because with a strong hand, hotzianu Hashem miMitzrayim. Hashem took us out of Egypt. So again, on page 19, let's take a look at that second Rashi about this pasuk, uletotafot bein einecha. What does this word uletotafot mean? We've never seen it before. So this is one of those interesting Rashis where Rashi does a language study where he compares this unique and interesting word in the Torah to other languages to try to figure out what it means. That's one way he does it. We're skipping that part. The other thing Rashi sometimes does when we have strange words is to look at the shorish of it and try to figure out another place in the Torah where that shorish is used and where we understand what it means there. And Rashi is able to do this here. You actually saw that with Arov, Irbuvia, and Erev Rav, that Ayin Resh Vet. So Rashi does that again with Totafot. What he does is these letters, Tet, Tet, and Fe, are used elsewhere in the Torah to mean something where we understand what it means there. So Rashi goes to those other places in the Torah where he saw that shoresh, figured out what it meant there, and tries to make it work here. So let's look at Rashi together. I'm sort of skipping over all the different parts where he's comparing it to other psukim, and I'm summarizing it. Rashi tells us what this mitzvah is. Tefillin. This means tefillin, the mitzvah of tefillin, or the fancy English word for it is phylacteries. Why? What does this mean? Sheharoa otam, because whoever sees them, right, they're put on the head in between the eyes. So they're kind of visible, not only to the person wearing them, maybe not so much because they're a little higher up on your forehead, but you can see them on other people. They're very obvious when someone's wearing tefillin, right? Whoever sees tefillin, kshurim bein ha'einayim, when they are bound or tied between the eyes, Yizkor hanes, will remember the miracle. Which miracle? Yitziat Mitzrayim, right? As it says in the pasuk, Ki b'chozak yad hotzianu Hashem miMitzrayim. And what will they do when they see the tefillin? Vidaber bo, and they will speak of it. Now, does the Torah, the pasuk, the pshat say anything about speaking about these mitzvot, the miracle? Does it say anything about speaking about Yitziat Mitzrayim? No, it's about remembering. Right back in pasuk tet, it said uluzikaron. So how does Rashi know that it means that not only will you see it, you'll also talk about the miracles, and you'll talk about Yitziat Mitzrayim? This is getting back to that shoresh of tet fe. Other places in the Torah where that shoresh is used, it's a very unusual shoresh, but it does mean to speak. And therefore, because these tefillin are called totafot, which means, tataf means to speak, Rashi realizes that part of the purpose of the mitzvah of wearing tefillin is to encourage people to speak about Yitziat Mitzrayim. Not only are we supposed to see them and remember Yitziat Mitzrayim, but we are also supposed to litatef, talk about the miracles that Hashem did for us. Very good. Now, here is a short video about this mitzvah of tefillin, about how tefillin are made. And then I'm also going to give you other sources, links in the Google Classroom to other videos that are optional, but I highly, highly recommend you watch them. So let's take a little look into the process of how tefillin are made. If you don't hear if you don't hear the sound as you're watching it, then you can just sort of skip to the end of this video where I have some other instructions. And that didn't work. Okay, so I was not expecting that to happen, but please complete the check for understanding on Google Classroom. I would like you to please, I'm going to put the link for that YouTube video that you're supposed to watch with me. I'm going to put that link on Google Classroom, and I will also give you a different link. You know what? We can probably make it work here, but I would, if you can, take a moment, take a few minutes if you have an opportunity, specifically the gentlemen, because this mitzvah tefillin is something you will be doing once you become bar mitzvah. But ladies, you can also check it out as well, because Mir Hashem, one day you will have a husband and you'll see him wearing tefillin, or you'll have a son and you'll see him wearing tefillin, or many of you, if you have brothers or fathers who put on tefillin, like, it's kind of important for all of you, whether you do this mitzvah or not, to understand what it means. I didn't really know that much about some of the meaning behind tefillin until I started watching this stuff, and I really love this. So I'm going to give you the link to the Torah Live course about this. It's really fantastic. It has a lot of different sections, knowing the different parts of tefillin, how it's made, how to put it on. That's more, practical for the gentleman. This section, one called Meaning Behind Tefillin, is beautiful. It's got a lot of extra stuff in there, but I definitely recommend you check this out. And the video I did want to show you is a short video about how tefillin are made, and I'm going to show it to you right now.